Welcome back to the .the podcast. Before we get started, guys, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are brand new. Join the Dynasty fam, man. It's real easy. It's free. That red button right there. Hit subscribe. It was another dominating performance for our Buckeyes. 70 points up on the scoreboard. The offense was just clicking from kickoff. Emory finished 9 of 15. He only threw the ball 15 times for 240 yards, 3 passing TDs, and 2 interceptions. But that makes 7 interceptions in his last 3 games. As we get closer to the Big Ten championship and the bowl game, Emory has to stop forcing so many passes, and the turnovers could come back and hurt us. On the ground, J.K. Dobbins had another big day. 17 carries for 181 yards and 2 scores. I'm a little concerned that the offense may be too dependent on Dobbins. We got to see Snead and Gill get more touches moving forward. Trayvon Grimes is inching closer to that 1,000-yard season. He had an amazing game, 5 grabs for 156 yards and 2 scores. Shout out to Lamar Ray, Jalen Gill. They both had touchdown grabs. And a special shout out to John Cooper, who caught his first TD pass in garbage time from Darnell Johnson. The Slobs had a dominating day as well. Jesse May finished with 5 pancakes on the day. A few great blocks that helped spring Dobbins on his long runs. Small, Cup, and Clemens finished with 2 pancakes on the day as well. On defense, Barry Brown led the way with 7 tackles and a sack. The senior linebacker has been balling the last several games, and he's up for a few prestigious awards this year. Since moving into the starting lineup, Jeffrey Okudah has put in work. He added 2 more interceptions to his team lead. He has taken full advantage of his playing time. Redshirt freshman Brandon White had his first interception as a Buckeye and returned it 50 yards to the house. I'll say this about the Buckeyes secondary. They might give up a lot of yards, but they are starting to force more turnovers. The Silver Bullets have a bend but don't break rule. All right, it's time to name champions for the week on offense. Quarterback Darnell Johnson, running back J.K. Dobbins, wide receivers Trayvon Grimes, Jalen Gill, and Jalen Harris. On the offensive line, we have May, Cup, and Clemens. On defense, Micah McGee for the D linemen. Linebackers, Baron Brown and Pete Warner. In the secondary, Jeffrey Okudah, Sean Wade, and Wes May. On special teams, Marcus Williamson and Jalen Gill. And your players of the game, J.K. Dobbins and Jeffrey Okudah. Time to take a look at the top 10. Texas still sitting at number 1, but they have a tough test against number 17, West Virginia. Our Buckeyes are 2. Air Force moves up to 3. LSU is now number 4. Florida State, Baylor, North Carolina, South Carolina, Auburn, Georgia all round out the top 10. Oklahoma falls 9 spots from 3 to 12 after taking an L to Nebraska. Time to take a look at the big board. Our Buckeyes have 4 recruits visiting for this big game this weekend. 4-star tackle Josh Potts, 4-star athlete Thomas Martinez, 4-star wideout Justin Alexander, and 3-star JUCO transfer Leonard Durbin will all be on campus this week. It's the perfect game for these recruits to come and visit to see the tradition of the game. Well, it is rivalry week here in Columbus. Again, all the M's on campus have been X'd out in red tape, and you know what that means. The team up north is headed to the shoe. They come in 6-5 and sitting close to the bottom of the Big Ten East. They're led by senior quarterback Brandon Peters. He's thrown for 1,608 yards with 16 touchdowns. But the defense has to be careful because he's a dual threat, adding 645 yards on the ground and 5 rushing touchdowns. In the backfield, they're real young this year. Allen Hunt leads the team in rushing with 828 yards and 9 scores. But don't overlook freshman Andrew Mitchell. He's rushed for 618 yards and 6 scores. This 3-headed rushing attack could be dangerous, but our Buckeyes have the number 1 ranked rushing defense in the nation, so it should be an interesting matchup. As far as wide receivers, Ohio native Steve Perez is tied for the team lead in receptions with 34, but Nate Johnson leads the team in yards and touchdowns. Our rivals' receiving corps is very mediocre. The BIA should have an interesting day. On defense, Josh Uche leads the team in tackles with 64, but be on the lookout for Ron Johnson. The defensive end has 54 tackles, 11 for loss, and 3.5 sacks. Junior corner Chris Hawthorne leads the team with 6 interceptions. It's called the best rivalry in the nation, and we all know why. It's the number 2 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes versus the team up north. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're brand new, and get ready for the game. If you need updates, follow your boy on Instagram and Twitter at Big C Got Game. Links are right there in the description, and I'm going to talk to you guys from Columbus next week. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.